folks, welcome back for another episode of Our Journeys. Yes, that's right, we're resurrecting the old standby, the old friends' journeys for the sake of my sanity. Not necessarily because I couldn't handle the game right now, but just because my mind is in a bunch of different places, and it's probably for the best for all of us if I just do a little observationing. That's right, that's a word, today. So you see, my brain's completely fried. So we are jumping in with Edmorn against Bjorn Ironside. I could actually pronounce all those words in our opponent's name. And this is, as you can tell by the gold indicator, the gold icons there on the left, this is an arena game, not a ladder game. Not that I've ever confused those ever in my entire life. So right now, both players running low on cards. Edmorn with the point advantage considerably, but Bjorn Ironside definitely. 3 cards is more than 1. 0, actually. Boy, howdy. I can't even do this right. What a day, what a day.
They're all out to get me.
Nothing like a good battle.
I don't know, maybe a better battle? Not a bad bit of synergy there. Edmorn does have, I would say, that a decent advantage with his Hrothgar Forge. That is what that's called, right? Nor is that?
This one's crafty and
Yeah, Hrothgar, yep. So that is going to hopefully hold him in good stead. Take out that 1-2. It's going to be big next turn. There you go. See, Edmorn listens to me. Unlike some of you who just do bad plays in spite of my brilliant suggestions that you can't hear. Somehow, mentally, subconsciously, you're aware of what I would prefer you to do, and you do the opposite.
An unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, so Bjorn Ironside, mourning his ordering there. He should have struck first, then, well, no. If he was going to attack face, then it didn't. Then he probably didn't want to do that first. Ooh, wow! What a pickup for. Wow, that was. I mean, not exactly what Edmorn needed, but yeah, definitely Bjorn's got his work cut out for him against a formidable board with every creature coming down for Edmorn with.
we must protect the wellspring.
Okay, well.
I know a shortcut.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'll clear a path.
All right, well, this game is just to and fro, back and forth. Oh, my goodness gracious. So we're going to get a mud crab with a random weapon.
Mud crab, merchant.
And I'm guessing we're going to pull the trebuchet.
Mouth paws.
It's a little RNG, but it can be very devastating. That in 4 turns, that could... Okay, just kidding. All right, Edmorn, you're fired. You're fired, sir. Ah, goodness gracious.
Apologies.
Oh, fork it all. Mud crab merchant, you little turd muffin. All right, things are looking kind of dire here. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, made good use of the Rising of Bones then, protecting his face from the pilfering Daedra, what's her face? Brelach commander. Or Sue, as we like to call her. Oh, she doesn't like to be called Sue, but that's her name. What do you want to call you? By Bellarok Commander, I guess. Is it right? Brelach. Brillock? I don't know. I'm probably mispronouncing it just because that's the way I think I need to pronounce it. But this game is definitely going on a little longer than I thought it would when I first logged in here. I thought we were going to see Edmorn coasting to a victory. And there's that trebuchet. And that RNG could be the difference. We don't know for sure. Ooh, Sai Sahan. What a top deck by Edmorn. He has been practicing his RNG.
Aid me.
Yeah, I think the first time it hissed aid me was like, hey, this isn't too bad. And now it's like, oh, dear goodness, help me, hissed. So Trebuchet cannot damage Sai.
The restoration mage can never be counted out.
She can never be counted out. So to protect his face, he might want... I just think... Because a trebuchet can go face. It can't hit side, but it can go face. So I think you want to take out that. Because she doesn't... For a second, I thought she was the card that healed randomly. Oh my gosh. So it looks like the trebuchet, it triggered, but I guess if it was going to hit Sai, it doesn't count for anything. So it doesn't ignore him. It actually just it counts him in the cards that can be destroyed. Not a bad bit of bludgeoning there. Okay. Wow, that is... Well, there's no way he has gotten that lucky. There must be something askew when Sai does that. Maybe it just debilitates the trebuchet. Ooh, what a great hackling that was. Okay, Staff of Sparks, not the worst, not terribly effective, but is this... I mean, this is pretty much going to do it, minus a prophecy. Edmorn's got this next turn. I know it seems like bad form to say that, but I think in a constructed game, not so much. But there we go. And Bjorn just playing what he can, and Edmorn gonna take it home after a well-fought victory there. GG. Nice to see some arena play here on this fine Tuesday evening. We're going to go ahead and give him a GG here. And we'll jump in and take a guess, Gando, what Broda's doing. Let's see. Okay, we are almost at the very top of game. Broda playing a Tribunal against Telvanni. A tale as old as time. We're not going to go with the rest of that. No matter how much whimsy I have no desire to continue singing that particular song. At the moment, who knows? Tomorrow or maybe off camera, I might sing it a bit in front of the mirror. Hey, that support felt really broken versus Arena. Yeah, Edmund. But hey, you know what? I've seen some really good. I've seen people with like 2 legendaries in Arena before. So yeah, it was a good pickup, but it's an epic. And to be fair, it has, I mean, there is a vast pool of weaponry in this game right now. And so, you know, it's not like you're guaranteed to high roll. And I don't think he did a high roll, but he did get some choice weapons.
We must count on our wits.
But again, I mean, the arena giveth, the arena taketh away. It gives you get what you get. You can't really fault somebody for making good use of a favorable draft. And just a reminder, we are not in arena anymore, so what we're seeing, of course, is the ideal or the maximized deck construction. We're actually on the ladder, and bro, as you can see, Broad has already cracked rank 4. We are on the... Okay, this is the second day. I've had a time warp there. So yesterday was the first. So that was everybody's first day on the ladder. Of course, you know what threw me off? Because I haven't logged into the game since Sunday. So I got the little screen that's like, hey, you didn't do anything this season, you lazy sack of poo. And so in my mind, I'm thinking everybody was a lazy sack of poo. But of course, most people were actually putting in good work in TESL, and I just was slacking off. And I wasn't saying that I think everybody else was actually slacking off. I just thought everybody else logged in for the first time because this was the first day, not because I missed a day. And there's Siege.
We can help one another.
Ooh, nice premium Dawn Fang for Lyneth. There's the Mushroom Tower. I was about to say, you know what? If we don't end up with a Mushroom Tower, I will be very surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but that is okay. That's a tough one. Probably give it to Doggy, right? Everything else you'd like to keep shadowed. Well, yeah, because you don't want Lyneth to... Okay, all right. Gets rid of that. That's some choice pulls there from The siege. The siege, my goodness gracious. Okay.
Your death will be swift.
Broda was having a less than ideal experience on the ladder with our last live at 5. It's good to see him actually being able to play, because that's usually what it is when you get high level players. If they're stinking it up or having, I should say, a difficult time, it's usually because the game is doing some naughty things. You're just like absurd and insane. What's going on here? Sorry, so hearing a little bit of feedback.
I slay the enemy.
And I apologize, as I said, I'm out of sorts. I've been hyper focused on an edit, and it's been giving me troubles, which is not common. Usually I can kind of glide through them, but it's a bit of a brain buster, if you will. Editing is like putting together a puzzle. I think I've mentioned that before. And I'm just in a place right now where I'm puzzled by the puzzle. And usually when I'm in that deep, I don't stop until midnight or so. So I kind of extricated myself from the process, and I'm just kind of in real world shock. It's like, oh, things are happening in real life. I've got to bring my brain in and focus on something other than that. It just happens from time to time. There's some. Sorry, folks. Audio hiccuping here.
Death comes on silent wings.
Trying to think if there's anything right now. I don't think there's anything that Broda's going to want to use Euraxia on at the moment. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff coming down. The pipe or the pike? I believe it's pike. I believe the phrase is pike. I mean, think coming down the pipe maybe like as a a plumbing type thing, but I'm pretty sure it's coming down the pike. It's a like a crossroads or something I don't know. I'm pretty sure the term is pike. I'm not going to prove that or look that up right now because I don't want to lose game audio, but I'm fairly certain it's pike. Another altar. Double the altars, double the despair. I'm feeling it. So Broda, I mean, he's got a fantastic late game hand here. Manticore, Euraxia, Tullius Conscription, Man of Marco. That's right, I can list off cards. And ooh, I forgot she can take supports. Yoink, he seems to say. Don't mind me. And now, wow, that's a great heads up play by Broda. Oh, goodness gracious. Does he get to draw if he steals her? He does not. Okay. But he does have a heck of a shadow lane right now. What could this be? Harpy. Okay. Less than ideal, but one heck of a turn. That's always
You'll not be rid of me that
the
easily.
I mean, that hand being able to transform Euraxia, not have to worry about having the support stolen back. It's dirty done right. I guess we'll put it that way. It's dirty playing, but it's well within the scope of the game. It's not an abuse of anything. It's just oof kind of thing. It's happened to me before. That's why I know it feels dirty, but it's kosher. It's all right. See, I mean, and let's be honest, folks, you would not get this level of gameplay watching me do this. Really. I give a platform and a voice to those who wouldn't have it otherwise. That's how I justify this. And you get to see better content. I'm not going to make, well, I don't know. I haven't really decided how regular it will be for me to not, for me to be doing the Our Friends. Because I enjoy it. I do think it is good. All right.
Face me, you dog.
This might be the Tullius turn. As in the conscription. Well, maybe not. Maybe Manticora and Ordinator. Well, yeah, I was gonna say Ordinator. That's great. That's lots of good stuff. And automatically Giggles gets to proc. Because she was summoned by an action. Oh, and you can do it again? I don't know that that's... Okay, well, he came a little too late. He definitely wanted him as one of the first cards. Camel takes the place of the kitty. Weird game this can be. Alright, chooses to go with the drain. A wise choice. Can he... yeah, perfect. Alright. A great turn for Broda. Again, just this hand is fantastic. I mean, obviously it's too close to call, but I'd say it looks pretty darn good for him. Okay, Marak. No. Okay, he clears the... I guess, yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of another. Either way, Marak was going to get got.
In the next world.
Oh, get okay. Okay. I mean, that's when you have 17 Magicka, my goodness gracious, it feels like the turn's go on forever. I was like, okay, he must be out of things that he can play now. I was like, no, he's still got plenty of Magicka for a vast number of things. More Magicka than I'm used to having on any given turn. That's for darn sure. Oof. All right, so... Oh, not Giggles, not Giggles, not Giggles. Okay, all right. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's only 2 magic. It's only 2 health. But right now, Broda could definitely use all the magic he can muster. And the great thing is, I mean, probably want to save the Piercing Javelin. Maybe this is a Manticora turn.
You trusted me. How
Oh, I forgot Mana Marco actually can summon whatever he wants. So what is it? What is he getting? What is he getting? What do we got? Hey, okay. And okay, and he's gonna sacrifice him next play and trigger another siege. Nicely done, Broda. Good heads up play there. And go bye-bye, altar. Bye-bye. Wow. Another great turn. See, as an observer, I can enjoy the heck out of control. As a player, I gouge my
I will have your head.
one of the most gougeable thing I happen to have. Ooh, Abner. Abner's nice.
to oblivion.
Oh boy, howdy.
You trusted me.
Oh no. No. That's never a good thing. Always great for you, bad for your opponent, Mana Marco. Anytime your opponent can tutor what they want, it's always a scary thing because you know that's, oh gosh. And that is most likely a nail in the proverbial coffin. Keep Giggles alive. That's right. Giggles still alive. Largely irrelevant. I mean, he can Piercing Javelin. Oh no, he's gonna Marak and then Mana Marco the Marak. Oh, he's gonna, okay. Here we go. And he can still Javelin twice. There's one. And unfortunately, Giggles is gonna have to eat it. Oh no, he's gonna get rid of Abner. And Giggles staying alive. Ooh, there we go. Get some drain on the board. All right, so Lukosi with a ton of magic and a ton of cards, a dangerous combination.
You must be cleansed.
Not to kick. Well, he's gonna do the 4/4, of course. Oh no, he's gonna get rid of the Mushroom Tower. He must have another silence then. Surely he can't be okay with Broda having a drain on the board. Oh dear. Things just got heavy.
Dark Brotherhood is a pox, and I shall cure it.
Nice try.
The suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last. There we go. There we go. That's the stuff, old bean.
In the next
Ooh.
world.
Wild's Incarnate is wildly, well, I wouldn't say worthless because it is a big old bodyguard, but not for card draw. But Broda isn't really short on cards. He's got a lot of good options. Those are big bodies. Big old bodies. Only one shackle and no guards in that field lane or shadow lane, so that's good. But that is lethal on the board, and oof. All right, he's got 5 magical left. All right, that's not the worst. I mean, let's see. So Broda can do 11, and then he could, well, wow. And I mean, he's not even hesitating, folks. Like he knows what he wants to do. And he's going to channel Storm. Probably he's going to be able to channel Storm the big one. No. Well, nope. But he can channel Storm the 7/6. There we go. All right, not too bad. I mean, Lukosi is definitely going to be a hard one to. Ooh! Wow. Great googly moogly. Let's see. What is he gonna? There we go. Okay. And that's going to keep, as it stands, it's going to keep his Manticora alive. All right, so favorable trades. And the great thing is, well, I guess it's not great. His Black Dragon and his puppers are definitely going to bite the big one here. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a thick cat's paw right there. Quite the thick cat's paw. Poof. And maybe Bro's not playing Siege because he's everything. He probably doesn't have a support left since Mushroom Power is gone. Usually when you run that kind of combination, you don't want any other supports to possibly screw with you, so you only run the one. So it's an automatic pull. And same thing with weapons. So I would be surprised if that Siege has any juice left in it. I mean, he can draw him a card, but that's about it. So depending on how things trade up here, he might just Dawns. Oh, is that a misplay or wow? Oh, Lukosi, that stings. That stings. I was just about to say no matter what, they're dead. Or what's your face? The Black Dragon's dead. But the opponent must have had just a brain fart. And actually, those amulets, double amulets, are really proven to be a problem.
By the sacred words of valor.
And he's going to trigger him, wipe out on pretty much that entire lane. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, in the wake of a sweet roll. And he can negation. He can do it. He's got lethal here, folks. The end to one of the more epic games we've ever seen. Oof. Just enough. Just enough. Holy cow, Brodo. What a performance. I don't know how long that game was. I may have actually aged a year. All right, let us give Broda. Holy. What a game. This episode is sponsored in small part by Legendary Remnant Discord. I've already tried to do this little bit about 40 times already, and I've gotten tongue-tied and screwed it up so many times. I'm just going to say, check out the Discord. We'd be happy to have you. We had some new folks join just the other week, and it was great to see them wave hi and see them engaging in the conversations. But the primary sponsor of this video is Beaterus, who has been giving us a plethora of shouts to add to, well, the hypothetical game, were it to ever be updated. And this one is a 3-cost in strength, a shout called Dismay. And the first level says, give an enemy creature -3/0 for this turn. If power is 0, banish it. So something similar to Cloud Rest Illusionist, only it doesn't have a body and it is only doing -3 instead of -4. But if that -3 knocks the health total down to 0, bye-bye card. So nice and spicy there. The second level, give an enemy creature -3 for 2 turns. If the power is 0, banish it, repeat this again. So we've got to double up on things. So first of all, the effect lasts for 2 turns. So you give a -3 and it's going to last for, well, as it says, 2 turns. So right there, I would say that's a pretty good upgrade for it for the 3 cost. But now and you still get to banish if it's 0, but now you get to do this twice. So there you can use this shout on 2 different creatures, and it's going to give them -3 for 2 turns, and possibly also could be banishing 2 creatures if their power is low enough. And the third level, give an enemy creature -3 for 3 turns and repeat it 3 times. Now, once again, I think these are way powerful. Giving a creature -3, granted, you don't have a body, it's not a prophecy, so it's not quite a Cloud Rest, obviously, and Cloud Rest costs 4 anyway. But a 3 cost to be able to take 3 damage off the board, possibly getting rid of a creature. I mean, your Ciceros, your I'm trying to think. There's quite a few good cards that happen to have a low power level. That this one, especially in conjunction with any other card that does take levels down, like a Sheer Point or something, this card could really do some significant damage. It may be costed effectively there for 1 creature, 1 turn, a -3. I think that's fair, which is kind of a bad thing because that means it needs to be too expensive this early at shout level 1. It should not be a great value. You've got like lay down arms and stuff, I think, that are like 1 cost, but this is, because it has the banish effect to it, this is even more effective. It's not temporarily getting rid of a creature or temporarily just lowering a creature's health. It's possibly getting rid of that creature. So the upside to it is pretty big. Granted, and at this cost as well, you're going to have a lot of creatures on the board that are 3 cost and lower, or 3 power and lower. So where this comes in, it might need to be a 4, because then when we jump on to the second one, that is to be able to give 2 creatures -3, possibly banish both those creatures, and to be able to do, well, sorry, that is the thing. To be able to do it to 2 creatures for 2 turns, I think that's way too much value for a 3 cost. And then as the level 3, where you're supposed to be getting a lot of value, that is a ton of value. That's 3 turns. You have essentially just completely took a huge chunk of attack away from the opponent for those 3 turns, possibly banished 3 cards. And like I said, if you can play this in conjunction with anything else that lowers stats further, lowers power attack or attack levels further, then you may be able to banish. Now, I don't know, it's because it's saying, but I mean, it says if power level is 0, banish it. It doesn't say if power level is 0 when you play this card. Now, maybe that's the assumption. So maybe you have to play it, and if you already have an effect on it, on a card, this can pile on and then banish it. I don't know that its level or that its power lingers, so that, like if you get a creature -3 and it's got 2 health left or 2 power left, if you throw down a Sheer Point that knocks it down to 2 or knocks it down to 0, does it then automatically banish it because the shout is still in effect? Or would it stick around because you didn't play this to get that creature down to 0? So I'm not entirely sure, but I think either way, I think this would need to be at least a 4 cost is my thought. I know I've been saying this a lot, but I think these are really cool ideas. I think they're great ideas. I think they're just, and in this one, unlike the other ones, I mean, this is not a weapon based. This has broad utility. And it's interesting to have it in strength. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just find it interesting just because, usually if you're given something -3, you're trying to trade with it. I mean, but think of it. The big one, the Hive Defender. Hive Defender goes away. A 3 cost, destroy Hive Defenders. Or the 2/5 Skeleton guy. Or the 0/5 Warden. There's a lot of cards that would just go bye-bye. And honestly, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe it's there, it's in strength, typically a more aggressive color to get rid of those other, to get rid of guards, to get rid of things that could impede your progress. Because you're not really looking to trade necessarily when you're running strength. I mean, you can. I mean, we ran, not to any great effect, but ran a Crusader on for the Gauntlet, and that was more of a control-ish, in theory, deck, so this would have fit in with something like that. But anyway, I mean, it's great to have strength get another type of card. And I mean, I know you have there's intimidate in strength, and I mean there's some cards in there that I guess would lend themselves to this kind of deal. Cards that the Shout right now is unsummoned. Essentially, you can punt things out of the lane. So this kind of thing is not unprecedented for strength, I guess, in that way. It's just, it seems to be more of a control the board type card, but I can see its utility in a lot of different ways as well. So great card. I do think we may need to reconsider the cost, or maybe not be able to repeat 3 times. I would say maybe take away the 3 turns aspect. Like, maybe if we don't increase it each time, it only lasts for 1 turn. The effect lasts for 1 turn, but you can do it to 3 different creatures, up to 3 different creatures. On the third one, 2 creatures on the second one, 1 creature on the first one. That might, with the banish still in play, that could still be a very good value for it. So I don't know. It could definitely, I think, could be finessed or tweaked, but really great concept in general. And of course, the card art is quite humorous. I guess that would be a very sprightly and very eccentric corsair that is fleeing for his life. Not Captain Jack Sparrow, savvy? But yeah, no, it's a fun one. Obviously, it wouldn't work in universe, but it's fun for a placeholder nonetheless. So anyway, Beaters, thank you so much for the some more dynamite shout options, and hopefully one day we could see these implemented in the game. But until that day, let's jump back into the fray and see what our friends have in store for us next. Carbon 77, always frequenting the ladder. Oh, goodness gracious. We have queued into... this is an arena. So this is probably not a pure invade deck. This is just so happens to have an invade card. I mean, we see it for Carbon as well. We know Carbon is a man of exquisite taste. So he's definitely on the ropes here, but I would be remiss if we countered him out and didn't wait to see if he was able to somehow pull off a great comeback. Never underestimate a man with a top 10 card back. Card back comeback, huh? It wasn't funny. I don't know why I gave myself a gratuitous chuckle there. It's like, haha. Little funny thing I just did there. So East March temporarily worthless. Of course. All right, so we might see the Bone Bow just to get that 4/4 out of the shadow. Or no, okay, he can. And immediate regret for heresy to the 4/4. Okay, gate goes down. Bog Lurcher gets guard. This could be another close one. I mean, Breton Guest could have lightning bolts. In a constructed game, you would be guaranteed that they're there. You just don't know how much he's got or what he's got. But does he have lethal? 7, 11, 12, 13, 20, 23, 25. He does. Barring a prophecy. I mean, he has a bone bow to get around guards if that's the prophecy that triggers. And it looks like Carbon 77 is going to go all the way. Nicely done, Carbon. Nicely done. I knew if I stuck around, I would be well rewarded for my patience and faith. And we're going to give Carbon a fabulous. If we can find him, there he is. And we're going to jump to Ametista Dorata, which is, for those who don't know, that is amethyst gold or gold amethyst. Spell Shward colors. And he is up against Hydrate Me. Hopefully that is just a pithy name and not a cry for help. That would be horrible. Suddenly, Hydrate Me stops playing and you realize he's dehydrated to a great degree.
So many purses.
It really makes you wonder, just like,
Khajiit is
I mean, that was one of the fun things about Spotlights was getting the etymology of people's names. And to be fair, a lot of, like, most of the people that we talked to had really cool names, or they had names that you could kind of understand. So you had, like, you know, Kevin Eisenfaust, you know, Iron Fist, just a great, cool name. We found out where that came from. You know, and then somebody like A-Ross, we know it's to do with the name and initials and things.
We'll see how they want someone who fights back.
And so I haven't come across somebody like, and then we got Ametista Dorata, which again is really just cool, but it means something actually cool. So like we don't really have. I don't think we've talked to somebody like Hydrate Me, where it's just like seems like such a random or odd thing. It's like, I mean, the same thing. You know, Death Row. I'd be curious as to where that name came from. I'll have to see if we can chat with him at some point. Same thing with K Fluffy, although I thought I remember talking to C City about that, and he said it was. He didn't tell me what it was, but I think he just said it wasn't. I mean, it could just be a haphazard thing, just kind of a random deal. Sometimes when you're put on the spot, you know, you're not thinking, "Oh, I'm about to create an account. Let me kind of brainstorm and think what's the coolest word I can come up with, or the coolest name." You just come up with whatever happens to be there. Close one. Early aggression put me on defensive whole match. Yeah, buddy. I mean, yeah, you were clinging on to dear life with 3 health, but on the whole, I would say we're having some great games with our friends here. They're doing a fantastic job, and it really makes me self-conscious about the level of games that I've brought you. Because I don't think any of them have been this entertaining. I mean, there was one or two. Hey, Mechanar's Will! Wow! I have to double check, make sure this is not Arena, because you never see that card. We talked about it just the other day. Oh, I guess, okay. And I'm wondering if Ametista runs the Drez Renegade? That could free up his Vigilant Ancestors. But not to worry, we got Tazzy. And if Tazzy eats it, that's fine. Ooh, Brynjolf, not so good. That is going to be... I think Brynjolf will find himself caught in the web of a sanctuary pet momentarily. So that's kind of worst case scenario for Ametista. If Taz had eaten... Well, no, actually worst case would have been Cast into Time, because then you don't get Durzog, or whatever the heck the little doggy, Gobbo doggy is called. But Tazcat is not happy being on par with Cicero right now. I guarantee you that. He would say, translates to, this devastating loss of power crushes my ego and my spirits and makes me want for death. Oh, how I hope the cold clutches of death can find me. And Kano, you bastard. You couldn't have killed me anyway, but you could have at least tried. He seems to say. And Hydrate Me making really good use of the tools in his belt. It's at one time admirable and also frustrating if it's on the other side. It's a begrudging appreciation you would have for your opponent when they can do stuff like that. It's like, okay, that's a good play, nice cards to have in your repertoire. And I think, Night to Remember is ubiquitous with most control decks, at least 1 or 2 copies of it, just because there are so many cards with trigger that that you can almost always find a good use for it. The problem is waiting for the ideal moment, that ideal card. Because he could have played that on something else, and then Encano, ooh, we got to watch out. Because he could do like a Dark Rebirth or another one on Encano. And
The illusion mage is never as he seems. Perhaps we can
I am
help
cursed
one
by my
another.
own genius. Oh, an aspect goes down. Belly G. Ah, G Belly. And Red Mountain being the least useful card at this particular stage in the game. Does he let Taz hit for one, or does he sacrifice Taz to get his little doggy? Who are you going to punt? The 5-4, I'm guessing. No. He's going to get rid of Encano, huh? Oh! Nice! Nice! Good heads up play by Amethyst. That's a smart play. I was like, wait, who is he? What? No, why would he? All right. Hopefully he doesn't have the Mummify from hand card. Was that the Death Priest? I know there are some fans out there, Brave, but most of us loathe the Hallowed Death Priest.
The tribunal will always
Ooh, the salami.
behold the tribunal's
Arcane salami doing arcade salami things. And I haven't even noticed, but Amethyst is in peril right now. At last I checked, he was on the offensive, but thanks to Hydrate Me's use of Encano and his ability to essentially get 3 uses out of him, 15 points of damage, he's been able to really turn the tables, and now he's threatening. All right, the douche is going to be able to take care of that little turd muffin, and thanks to the Red Mountain, which I called useless because I'm silly, but right now it's actually going to come in very handy. So he could do the douche and Taz, get the 6-5 off the board, get the drain off the board. I get the whatchamacallem. Oh, it's irrelevant. Oh my gosh, another Red Mountain. Did I call it the Red Year? I don't think I did. I think I called it the Red Mountain. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's what I meant to call it. That's all that matters.
We must protect our stronghold.
And Leping. Hook. Yeah. All right, and so yeah, Amethyst. There he is. Whoa! What did I? Oh my gosh! I'm just as angry as if it happened to me. Oh my gosh! Jeez Louise! Oh boy, howdy! That chaps my chappy things.
Spell yet.
Oh, nothing good in hand right now, but some draw options. Oh, that Hallowed Death Priest. Okay, all right, that's helpful. Kind of. I mean, still has lethal on the board. Ooh, does that help? Not really. You need to be able to play both of them. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Amethyst. That Death Priest. Goodness gracious. I mean, he would have been in a tough spot anyway. He could have Tazzed the 6-1. Well, he could have Tazzed the 6-1 and taken out the 4-1, left 8 on the board. So he would have been alive. If he hadn't been Hallowed Death Priested, he would at least been alive. But, man, that sucks. Well, good game anyway, sir. Good game anyway. Usually I enjoy being right, but being right about a Hallowed Death Priest, and just knowing
Underestimate us.
Behold my
the game is going to give it. Alrighty, sir. Well, one falls to a I mean, it wasn't even a top. Well, was it a top deck? I didn't even notice it, honestly. All right, let's see. Yeah, for sure. You were on the back foot, right at the edge of the cliff. Make it all dramatic and whatnot. Okay, let's see. Oh, Jeff Deyantes. I don't know if that's it. And then Krakatoa. Oh, so many people. If you go down here, wow, we got a lot of people. All right, well, we'll go with Jeff. Oh, casual match. Nothing against casual matches, especially if we're wanting, but typically we can jump back and check that out. Or I mean, was that Hefe actually? Oh, wait. We got Edmorn, we got Broad, we got Carbon. All the 3 players again. Well, let's see. Krakatoa versus Arena. Just kidding. Myth 06 versus match. Just kidding. All right, let's go. Well, actually, let's keep going down here. Versus match. Zikesk. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I don't know that I've ever
I stand ready.
spectated with this, but we are now seeing a pretty much exactly what we saw before, a tribunal against a Telvanni. And Zitsky's got him right where you like to get Telvanni, but this is where Telvanni then pivots and makes your life miserable.
Nothing will stop my rise.
We know.
And overdraws, so Wrigglemania. It's bizarre, folks. It is so bizarre. It's like you see the same scenarios, and maybe it's just because if you play enough of the games, they're eventually going to bleed together. But it's like I could swear this exact scenario with Telvanni in particular, exact same thing. You're drawing nothing but guards,
The battle is yours.
and that is the conclusion. That is how it ends. And the Thornhiss Mage in the Shadow Lane, always a guard. Always, I mean, like, how many? You don't have that many guards in the deck. I know you don't, but you always have it at the very end when I need to be able to get a run in there. All I get are a bunch of guards myself, so that I can't hide anything in the Shadow Lane and get in on you. And you are throwing down Thornhiss Mages left and right, and there's only supposed to be 3 of them in the deck, but I guarantee there's like 12. I know it. All right, so Edmorn, Halalu against Cherry Appleby, or Sherry Appleby.
This one is always pleased to assist.
Now this one's pretty buff too. If that is that's a full barrel, which I don't really know from context if it is or not. I feel like, I don't know. Would you roll an empty barrel or would you carry an empty barrel? You'd probably roll a full barrel and carry. Okay, so it's probably an empty one. It still probably weighs a good 30 or 40 pounds at least, maybe even more. I mean, solid wood with the iron bands around it. It's probably a pretty heavy deal, and he's holding it. He's holding it pretty assuredly there. All right, so Edmorn able to capitalize on the one prophecy he has in hand at the time. Oof. And they both bite the big one. Thanks to the Cradle Crush's massive... Ooh! And
Speak, citizen.
Oreo Cookie comes to the rescue. Cast into time.
They are no challenge for the Kashi.
And with that prophecy, things suddenly do not look as bleak as they did just a moment ago for Edmorn. If he can get one more strike with his Oreo Cookie Gal, he'll actually have the health advantage. He's got a Dune Ripper.
This is a fine day to fight.
Oh, we are. Okay. See, this is one of those times. I forgot for a moment we were in Arena, and that's a quick reminder. You see that guy come down? Oh, cat's paw.
Always pleased to assist.
This guy should have been a dead giveaway too. The bootlegger does not really get any love outside of Arena. All right, more for the card draw than the... Oh, and the 2 points of damage he's going to get from his... Okay. Break a rune, no penalty there. Sherry or Sherry, really don't know. There's a lot of different ways you can pronounce that name. Not wanting for cards. And as you can see, we've got, okay, it won't let me highlight there, but this would be the amethyst, gold amethyst motif that we were just talking about from one of our friends.
Always pleased to assist.
That's not a bad looking card back. I never really cared for it. I don't. If it comes in a non-premium, I don't think I would care as much. But it looks actually very shiny like that. Rip. Just as a ooh, Prophecy in Arena. That's never a good
We'll
time.
see how they like someone who fights back.
Guarantee you we don't like to see somebody who fights back. This artwork though, it's like, okay, so you see everything looks good except for the hand is turned towards the camera, is turned towards us, but the knife looks like it's angled away from us. I don't know if you can see, you can't see it anymore, but you can go back and look at it. So it's beautiful art, like it's amazing, but it's just like the perspective of that knife blade does not look like, it doesn't look right. And so it's just, it befuddles me to see like really good artwork. And then something like that. Now I could be, just my eyes could be looking at the wrong thing, but it looks, because it looked like the hand was like holding it. You should see the blade coming at us like this, but it looked like it was angled. Anyway, it's really not a part to talk about. But anyway, that's a heavy battle axe. Edmorn with nothing but a completed contract, but he does have 7 points of damage on the board, including 3 drain. Really great draft to be able to get. I think this is the second Oreo cookie gal we've seen. Ooh, that is not good. That is obnoxious. Okay, Elder Gleam Matron, you're going to be the deciding factor here. Oh, there it is. Edmorn with the one of the few animals that could have actually done anything this time around, and uses that just big. No prophecy there, and Edmore now with lethal on the board himself, unless Sherry has a rage. Looks like this is gonna go to our boy. Well, I don't know. Well, he has lethal with a few cards. Okay, so Oreo Cookie Gal goes down. Still has lethal. Would have to have more. Oh, for crying out loud. Kind of surprised it didn't kill the Sanctuary pet. But then again, maybe he's got something else. Looking, I mean, plays like this, it looks, you start seeing it. Starts looking kind of constructed. Obviously, we know it's not, but crossbows and lethal creatures and such looks very. Oh my! Again, why would you take out the one creature that can take out your 10/7? Okay, so he's going to be able to. Oh, crapola! That's right. That's right. He's going to get a. He's now at 8. He's now at 8 with that. So we just have to hope that in all those cards he doesn't have another.
What did you expect?
Okay. All right. I mean, that's not good. That's a smart play. It's a smart play. I begrudgingly say it's a smart play.
Stendar will protect me.
And now... well, no. I mean, it kind of works, but not really. Unfortunately, it's still going to have just enough. Nuts. Yep. That heirloom greatsword, you knew that was going to be a problem. As soon as it came down, That was going to be unbearable. It doesn't even have to break the last rune. Okay. Slow clap. Slow clap. You also warded up your snake. I'm sorry, Edmorn. That is heartbreaking. And it didn't help that turn with the crossbow and the Gambit Archer took probably about 4 times longer than it needed to. That always feels a little less than amazing. All right, Tiago the Blacksmith. Let us take a gander. It's maybe the game. Yep, let's go. We'll end it on this, unless it ends up being a landslide somehow. We shall. We'll go ahead and end our day with a master of the controlly arts and running that tribunal, which is not as common. I have seen him do it before, but usually it's Telvanni followed by Empire, if my recollection serves. But I believe we've seen him play Tribunal as well. There we go. United. I was wondering because you had the Dagoth guy there. Awesome. Do it. And hail. Alrighty. So does not have Unite in hand, but that is what he's playing. He's got we're far enough in, got some Magicka to work with. I mean, that hand of Dagoth is perfect. It's just a little early. He's going to get a guard down there. Oh, a Dark Seducer. She's dark and she's seductive. It'll hold him in good stead, but it's probably not what he wanted. It is a color that he would have organically in his deck. He is going to get rid of Dagoth. Opponent probably knows that he is Unite. Nabadango.
I have many important things on my mind.
Hey, Tusk! Hello!
Walk with our Lord.
How goes the day? Here, I was worried that there weren't going to be any people playing. Apparently, because we had, I think it was this past weekend, or the live at 5, we had a lull. A considerable lull. We were kind of scrambling for games. I think played one, and then Brave stepped in, and Sea City stepped in. We had a lot of people step in. Wow. Wow. I mean, these aren't bad cards, but when you've got 17 damage staring you in the face, it is a pretty scary thing. Tullius. Okay. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Give me something a little better. There we go. That's what you're looking for. It's still not amazing, but it's amazing. It's just you got the aspect. That's a big deal. If he's got another stone's throw, this is just okay. Does not. Gonna push 3 more with Ancano. Okay, he's got something up his sleeve for that. A Leaf Lurker, I'm guessing. Oh. Okay, well, he had all the things. All the things. Well. That would have been ideal had the board been switched around. We would have been able to get on board with that play a little bit easier. But it's still an impressive. Unstoppable Rage. Never a good time when it's on your own face, but it's in general it's kind of a fun thing to pull off. Tusk is. Tusk loves his soul shred. Sweet. We'll have to catch you playing it soon at the end of the session for today. Maybe see ya on live at 5 on Friday. Well, yeah. All the things. Answers to every option. Not about invade and casual. That's poo. Alrighty. So there we go, folks. That is gonna end the session for today. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, keep spectating, or better yet, keep playing.